Here with Lion wide receiver, senior Adorian Arthur. And Dorian, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Real quick, talking about here you are, your senior season. As you're, 3 games in, what are kind of your expectations for this year?
Really, the expectation is, as of right now, is to be able to go out there and go undefeated in conference. The conference games we have left, to go out there and do what we have to do to execute our position, execute our plays, to be able to make it to the next level.
Kind of talking about the conference, you've been here, for a while now. You've seen a lot of changes in the Lone Star Conference. Now that we're into the part where, the condensed Lone Star Conference back to where the original, what do you think that adds to the league?
There's a lot of more competition, it's no room for letdowns, no room for losses at all. You have to be out there and be on your P's and Q's to be out there to make it to the playoffs, as every team would want to.
When you look at the Lone Star Conference as opposed to, a lot of the other conferences across the country, where do you stack up the conference?
I really think it's one of the top ones in the country, one of the top ones in Texas so far and everything. So I really enjoy it. Everybody knows Abilene Christian and West Texas. Everybody has NFL players that came from their schools, but I really enjoy it because you're playing with people and you see people on Sundays now that you be like, yeah, I played on the same field with them. So it's a really nice conference to play in, probably one of the best.
How easy is it to get up for a game every week knowing you're going up against some of the best teams in the country?
It's very easy to get hyped up. Don't really need no talking at all. So whenever it's game week, everybody knows it and everybody wants to go out there and execute because the player you are playing against is not going to give you no easy battle at all. So you got to bring your A game.
Talk about when you first came to Commerce. What was it that attracted you to Commerce?
Really, the coaching staff, the type of how everybody was close together and how it was small town. I came from a small town too, so there's the small town atmosphere and how the coaches, they brought you in. It was actually put you under their wings. Some of the older players put you up under their wings and showed you the ropes.
I mean, you're definitely one of the the elder statesmen on the team now. Having been here in your 5th season, had a lot of ups and downs at times, some injuries and whatnot. What's kind of kept you motivated?
Just knowing that I'm doing this for my family, doing this for everybody back at home, and knowing that I have Corey on the same other side of the ball that's pushing, motivating us to we can't go back to Palestine. We have to go out there and represent. So it's just a real nice motivation to keep pushing.
Talk about being able to play with somebody that you grew up with and somebody you went to high school. What's it been like playing with Corey?
It's been real good. Like I say, it's a real motivational factor. We both, every time we back home for the summer, we always talk about coming back, what we need to do, and what we didn't do to make ourselves better. So just having him there, being able to see him and see his success, and him being able to see me come back from the same type of injuries, it's been a real nice. It is strict motivation. It's straight.
You look at the Lion roster, and one of the deepest positions on there is wide receiver.
Yes.
A lot of young guys. You as a senior, what have you been trying to teach to the younger receivers?
I really teach that because most of them came in looking, expecting to play and stuff like that, and some of them haven't had the chance and opportunity. I just let them know that everything, redshirting isn't just a bad thing, and when you have the redshirt, it means that you have some older people ahead of you that are some great players, so you have to learn from them and learn from their mistakes because we're not perfect. Even though we've been here for a while, we still make mistakes. So they just have to go out and pay attention and, take notes and film and do stuff like that. Just stay focused, and they're going to get their shot eventually.
Whether you want to or not, as one of the seniors on the team, you are looked to as a leader. What's kind of your thought process of how you lead, motivate your teammates?
I try. I'm really not the big rah-rah person to go out and yell and talk and stuff like that. I really try to lead by actions and try to, I talk to people on one-on-one basis, but as far as team-wise, I just try to go out there and let them see that I'm focused and hopefully that some of that will rub off onto the other players. I really don't, like I said, I really don't talk a lot as far as with the team, but whenever it's game time, everybody knows I'm ready to play. They don't have to ask me. I try to go out there, execute, and make the plays when my number's called. So that's the time. I just try to lead by actions.
Growing up in Texas, what was the experience like of being able to play at Cowboy Stadium?
It was a great experience. That was one of the best experiences I probably ever had because I played against my cousin who was on the defensive side, and I played against my neighbor who's been there on the offensive side. So it was that was one of the best experiences. I had my old high school coaches come out, me and Corey, and my other teammates on the other side of the ball, and just my family and friends from Palestine. Everybody was hyped up about it, and it just made it that much more important.
Season opener against Upper Iowa, you catch your first career touchdown pass. next game at Cowboy Stadium, you catch your second career touchdown pass.
Mm-hmm.
Be honest, which one was better?
I really like the Cowboy Stadium just because my family and my grandmother was there to see it. So I really enjoyed that one the best, and just because me and my teammates from high school was talking a lot of trash, so just to be able to score on them, even though we lost, I always outscored on them. So that's something that stuck out.